estate manager, I don't know. Lots of sextants and maps and things.
Presumably, somebody owned a lot of land.
Yes, managing it. There's some that's what people in here, but lots of the places, I think they hit it just right, saying, would you like a few minutes to
Yes,
I'll
that's
give
right.
you the option. Person by the fire, I thought we could stay there forever.
Oh, yes. No, that's right.
Of 10 racks 25 to 30 times in an hour, and that's how it's made approximately it's needed. It's all done by weight. So when their peak, when they were doing around the 1856, is really popular, they could make 30,000 candles a week. And then he had the mining community, you've got the contact with the mining community, and the local, you had them all around here.
do you want to head down for there, or we can look at some more there? We'll come back out there. Find whether it's on there.
Hello there.
Hi.
Welcome to the candle factory. Would you like to hear a little bit about
Yes,
it?
please.
Yeah. This is one of the buildings at Blists that's been moved here brick by brick.
Right.
It's been about half a mile down the road from Maidley. And this is Thomas Trevor's family who own this. They had the grocer shop on Park Street, and at the back they converted the stables as you're in now to the little candle factory, the Chandler's factory, yeah. And they sold them in the grocers like this, that look like sausages. They sold them by weight, and they hung them up because they were made from rendered mutton and beef fat, and it was really a favourite of the rats.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that
Yeah.
before. I've always wondered why they hung the old candles up.
Yeah,
Now I know.
Yeah. So over here we put some vats in where we've got all the slaughterhouse rubbish, and then he heated it down and ladled the rendered mutton and beef fat over here. Anything that was left in there they used to put in the press and really squeeze out and get out here and put in there, and then anything else it went to the pigs.
Ah.
So nothing was wasted really. So he would have had lead with straw around it, hay, sorry, to keep it warm. Just they want to do it all the time to get warm. We've got a thermostatically controlled vat with a liquid paraffin in, really, yeah.
Wow.
So someone would be in charge of that, and then here someone would be in charge of cutting the wicks. So this is quite a ferocious looking contraption from the York Museum, of a wick cutter, and they used to cut the wicks, and they used to wrap them over the string, so you've got comes down over, and so you've got a double wick, you see. So that's what you hang your candles up like, yeah. And also with them being double, they have really good flames. So that's why we say outdoor use only, because they don't go out very easily. They're not like your birthday cake candles.
Gotcha.
So then they put on, he put 5 rods, about 21 candles on each rod. So there's 10 racks here, so it's over 1,000.
Oh yeah.
Over 1,000 candles on this wheel there would have been. And it takes 25 to 30 dips to achieve a candle, you see. So I'll just show you that. So they would have taken a rack off here, moved it to this is called a nodding donkey. And it's got a nose, ears, mouth, teeth and a tail. Basically it's a weight.
Yeah.
So when it does balance, you know that they're the right weight and finished. All those that I've taken off today because they're all finished.
Gotcha.
You know, they're weighing on the nodding donkey. So I'll just straighten these out a bit, and then it just goes straight in. And then out. There we are. So it's just one dip like that. I'm going to turn it round because the ones by the window are getting warmer. So just and candle dipping is better in cold weather. They set better. So if it was really hot like it's been this summer, they might have gone off at night.
Yeah,
to work.
to do with the work.
So
Gotcha.
then I'm going to move it round so you can see these are earlier, and I'll hear a bang. That's it, and I'll lock it, and then that's what they would have done, like the whole wheel 25 to 30 times in an hour. At his peak, he did 30,000 candles a week. By 1900, that had really waned, really,
Yeah.
because gas lighting.
Yeah. Because that's all the common folk would have had then, wouldn't it?
Yes,
The normal
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, the
lady.
richer might have had some other types of
Yeah.
gas oil, but you know, all the working classes would have definitely used these.
That's fascinating.
Yes.
That.
He supplied the mining company and the local people, so he had a big monopoly of the area.
Yeah.
They're very benevolent, the mining company, because they gave the candles free to the miners, but human nature, some went missing.
Yeah.
So they said
Yeah.
to Thomas, we've got to do something about this, we're being stolen
Yeah.
from, you know.
Yeah.
So Thomas then came up with a plan to put copper sulphate in, not copper sulphate, the copper from verdigris. When it's weathered copper, it goes
Yeah.
green. They scrape that in to make the green hue of the candles. But that's arsenic actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so the green. So it was very good deterrent, because if they found with a green candle in their house, they would have lost their job.
Gotcha.
You know, that was the worst.
Yeah, it was a clever way of doing it,
Yeah.
wasn't it,
I
really?
mean, the thing is as well, they often had the house with the job,
Yeah.
so they could lose their house as
That
well. for
everything's
one
gone,
candle,
isn't it? Yeah. Wasn't worth it.
So, but the other thing was arsenic's poisonous, so often the rats were found to be dead as well in the mine. So it's a good rat deterrent as well.
Buy a candle, kill a rat.
That's it,
Oh
yeah.
dear. Oh, thank you so much. That is really fascinating, that. But it's amazing, isn't it? It's like going back in time.
It would have been whitewashed in
Yeah.
his day.
Oh, gotcha.
It would have
Yeah.
smelled
It looks
awful.
good though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. Oh, thank you so much.
That's
Thank
all
you.
right.
Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you.
Ciao for now.
Right,
Bye.
bye.
Overhaul the boiler every 10 years.
This has just been for a major service.
Has it?
Yeah. We get them checked every year.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty grim. Drains condensation.
What was it used to drive?
Right, okay. This originally was a portable engine. It used to be on wheels.
Yeah.
So it could be towed around to wherever you needed to provide power for. Fairly modest sized piece of machinery. We've got the stone crusher here linked to it.
Yeah.
But it could have been a circular saw, it could have been a drill, it could have been any small sized tool. Okay. Of that nature.
Was it been taking around farms or factories?
You could have anywhere where you needed to provide power, basically. Think of it as a generator or a modern power unit, that's what it is. And at some point during its life, we're talking a long, long time ago, the engineer put two pieces together. This is a navigator railway.
And people have been
Enjoying it? Yeah. Yes. What the work have you done before? They're very, very nice. Are you a trader or? Mainly draw. Alright. That's good. Keep it up. Have you ever gone into tattooing yourself? Well, I tried to make, honestly, I bought a machine and just set it up. Was enough for me to say no. Yeah.
Hello, Benjamin. Benjamin. Hello.
So I went in there, got laid down and put them back, put them in.
I think the problem is with a fridge, it clicks on and off, doesn't it? It sort of like clicks and then goes off. So it's annoying. I could hear the in out of that. It's very Well, I think when it went up and down and all that, that's it. Oh, it's what? Squeegee back. And I
Hello.
Welcome to the Drapers.
It's really amazing how to see it all set out, isn't it? It's lovely.
Is that a camera?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a video camera.
Oh wow.
And it's in 4K as well.
Wow.
And it's got a gimbal, so
Oh, okay.
keeps it all steady.
My goodness, that is incredible.
Yeah, great bit of kit.
Yeah.
Same people who make the drones, DJI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pretty clever, aren't they?
Very, very clever. Yes, yeah.
Ah, right.
They don't like
Yeah.
So this shop is based on a real shop that's in Madeley, which is just over the hill here, and there's a picture on the wall there of how it used to look in 1900.
Ah, right.
So the shop is still there, and it's now a beautician. So it's still based on image, but nothing to do with clothing anymore.
Right.
And it was run by William Bryan, and he inherited the business from his father. And this was known as the Manchester House, and what that means is that it mostly sold cotton and linen fabric. Now, had it have been a Bradford house, we'd be selling woolen fabric, and if it was a London house, we'd be selling high-end fabric, silks and velvets.
Right.
But it wasn't place specific, so you could have a London house in Leeds or a Bradford house in Wales, for instance. And it was all to do with what the type of cloth that they sold.
Yeah.
And all of society would come here for their clothing, from the very wealthy to the very poor. So the rich would come, they would choose their fabrics, and then they would go off to the tailor or the dressmaker to be made up for them. And then you've got people who could afford new fabric, and they would take it home and sew it for themselves. And if they were lucky enough to have a sewing machine, they'd use that, and if not, then they'd be sewn by hand. So imagine all those nice long trouser seams, all the long skirt seams, all the frills on petticoats for the whole family, all done by hand. But bearing in mind that, of course, in Victorian times, people had particularly in this area, had fewer clothes, so they had one for Sunday best and an outfit for the rest of the week. But they tended to have bigger families than we have today, so there was still a fair amount of work to do. Yeah. And if you couldn't afford new fabric, then you'd still be coming here, but you'd be interested in the second-hand clothing. So we have a range of that up here, and people would be looking at that with a view to altering it to fit, or taking it apart to rework into something else. The Victorians were very skilled with the needle, and so they were very good at doing that sort of thing. So more?
That is amazing. Yeah, please.
Okay, so we have all the accessories here. So we have hooks and eyes, buttons, ribbon and tape for fastenings. And buttons are interesting. Well, I think they are. These white buttons, they went on your undergarments. And I
Right.
suspect they were washed more frequently than your outer garments. And that's where these buttons were used. And so when you came to do the washing of your outer garments, you had to take these buttons off, do your washing, and sew them back on again afterwards.
Dearie me.
And so that's why all children in school, girls and boys alike, all learned on how to sew on buttons and do basic needlework in order to help with this task. And the reason the buttons wouldn't go through them, that wouldn't had to come off, was because they wouldn't go through the mangle.
Of course, yeah, the mangles.
Yes, that's right. If you want to see a mangle, if you go to the top of the street and turn right, along the wall on the right there's a gateway in the middle. Go in there,
Yeah.
as the building on the left is
Oh,
the wash
right.
house, and there's a copper and a washboard and the wash dolly and a mangle.
I still remember my great-grandmother with a mangle.
Mm.
She still had, that was in the 60s.
My mum did.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that was in the 60s
Yeah.
too. Yeah, yeah.
It's fascinating,
So
isn't it?
there we are. More?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, yeah, for me.
Yeah, that's good.
It's got this.
For a big James.
Did you?
Now folks, I can give you a choice. I can talk to you about the post office and it takes me no longer than about 4 minutes because after that I've told you everything I know. Or you can say to me, Jeff, shut up and leave us alone, and I don't take offence. Either way, the main exhibit for the post office is through the door there and up the stairs. So the choice is yours.
Thank you. I'm just looking at these.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you
fair
though.
enough. In the back room behind me, we've got one of our telegraph machines wired up, so you can go and practice your Morse code if you want.
Oh, the old stamps there, penny reds, penny blacks,
Yeah,
Tuppenny
lilacs,
blues.
Yeah.
They're my favourite stamps, they are.
There.
Probably the most favourite exhibit on site. I know my place.
That was replaced a few years ago by a current account whereby it's paid into the post office account and they can come and get their money. The good thing about that is that they don't have to take all the money. Like when they had the docket, you had to give them the face value of what was there. But now they can actually take out and they already not to money. The year was okay.
You need to be looking what you're doing, Charlie boy, and not turning around.
Some poor bloke's reading it like, what the heck?
This is a very important message you're going to send.
Yeah. I would delivered it like a good boy. That was, I want sausage, baked beans on toast.
I want sausages and toast.
feel like I'm Downton Abbey or something. The Titanic is sunk.
Hello. I'd forgotten all about the. Did you ever have them at school? Me and my mates used to get them.